Another day and another commitment for Notre Dame, this time landing class of 2023 four-star running back Dylan Edwards from the state of Kansas. Who would have thought, Tim? Notre Dame's got 2 commitments from the state of Kansas for this class. That's more than they have in state. But yeah, Dylan Edwards, one of the fastest players in the nation, was the fastest man at the Future 50 Elite Camp in Florida. What was it, just a few weeks ago? Ran a sub 4.4 40-yard dash, just beating out Peyton Bowen, who's, of course, another speedy Notre Dame commit at the safety position. So this young man from Derby, Kansas, listed at 5'8", 155 pounds, in On3 Consensus 4-star recruit. Rivals has him as a 3-star, but On3 24/7 and ESPN all list him as a 4-star recruit. This is one of those, Tim, that just people love this get because he is just so electric. And who doesn't like a speedy, just playmaker with the football in his hands?
Oh, without a doubt. And, I like the fact that, they're going down into Kansas, like he said, the old Big 8 country, it feels like, with all his offers that he has from way back in the day. But no, I mean, you'll talk about his recruiting is just, you get an offer. Would he jump on a train and just drive get right up there? And he was eating dinner within a few hours. It's an awesome recruitment because his speed is legit. He's so much fun to watch. As soon as his offer went out and you put his film on, you're like, all right, I'm done after 2 plays. What do you need to see? Get the ball to the fast guy. I mean, his speed is crazy good. And Tommy Rees, Marcus Freeman, these guys should be just excited to draw up a screen pass, a bubble screen, a jet sweep, run an old school toss to this guy and just say, hit the corner as fast as you can and see what happens. But great pickup for Notre Dame because of the multitude of things that this guy is going to bring to the offense, to the special teams. Is very, very exciting pickup.
Yeah, my sources inside the Goog tell me that the staff just sees him as a scat back, a true,
look at that.
Carry the ball a few times, obviously, but, put him at slot, put him outside, bubble screens, jet sweeps, quick speed outs, kickoff return, punt return. I think the easiest kind of player comp to give would be like Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
Was the Chargers and Eagles for several years in the NFL. I mean, he's just like that kind of athlete. So, Tim, I'm going to put you on the spot here. I just said all these different things that he can do, but if you could only pick one kind of position or role for him, what's your favorite thing that he does? Would you, just have him at running back and have him run stretches and tosses? Would you want him as a slot receiver or would you just want him as a returner? What do you think?
Oh, a slot for me. I mean, if you're going to be able to go true 11 personnel out there, you put this guy on a slot because number one, as a defensive coordinator, you have to account for a guy who runs 4.3. So you're like, who is covering him? So he's on the field. You cannot put a linebacker on, that old coaching cliche, watching Sunday Night Football. I can't have a linebacker on him. No, you can't because the guy runs 4.3, that types of thing. So, which means instantly you're going to have to be in some form of a nickel, which does that open up the run game? If you got a big true running back in there, it's those types of things. He's one of those guys when he's on the field, you have to account for him because of his speed. And I love him as a true slot. When they go true 11 personnel, he's dynamic out there, I think, with the things that you could do with him.
Yeah, I like that answer a lot. Talking about his recruitment. So this is interesting. His father, Leon Edwards, was a running back for Kansas State about 30 years ago. Dylan committed to the Wildcats at the end of June after officials to Kansas State, Oklahoma, and Nebraska. And, Notre Dame, had him on a visit last June in 2021, but, weren't really recruiting him hard and they didn't offer until just last Wednesday at the end of July. Yeah. And that is the day, when he got his offer, that's the day he booked his Notre Dame visit, for the next day, might I add, was on campus all day Thursday, stayed through Friday because Marcus Freeman was in New York that Thursday.
Yep.
And, doing all of his media obligations with that
Mhm.
Yankees game. And then Friday meets with Marcus Freeman, was sold. Decommits from Kansas State that night, gave his commitment to the Irish staff that day. And of course, today, making his decision public. So it really came together quickly, guys. And look, what I was hearing, and folks who watch our YouTube videos and read my reports, that I was like, man, everything I'm being told from sources close to him was it's just gonna be too tough to flip this young man from Kansas State. Like his father went there, his best friend Xavier Johnson, the quarterback commit for the Wildcats. Like there's just not gonna be able to pull it off. Like I was told by multiple people with much more knowledge of that recruitment than me that they said very, very surprised, or I would be shocked. 2 days later commits after getting an offer. That's, to me, that's the power of Notre Dame.
Yes.
Right, Tim? I mean,
Yes.
you go and get Lorenzo Styles out of Ohio State's
Yeah.
backyard, and his dad played with the Buckeyes. You go get Deion Colsey, who went to school in Athens. You get him away from the Georgia Bulldogs. Like, those are the kind of recruitments that come to mind for just, like, the power of Notre Dame. This one does as well, Tim. Oh, Jaden Osbury, who committed just a couple days ago. That one certainly comes to mind. There's another player, who his father played at LSU and goes to high school basically in LSU's campus.
No, you're right. That's a great point when you make the power, of Notre Dame. I was just listening to Michael Mayer was on a podcast recently, and Michael Mayer just literally what you just said. He had zero interest in Notre Dame, never a Notre Dame fan, visited the campus, and he's like, how the heck am I not going to Notre Dame? Once he met with everyone and saw the layout and the academics, football, all those things, Michael Mayer was like, done. He only went on like one more visit, and he's like, I'm wasting my time. I'm going to Notre Dame. So there are a lot of guys out there. That power of Notre Dame is real. So
here's another one, Tim. Drake Bowen. How about this tweet? It was, he puts out this Lou Holtz quote, right? Those who know Notre Dame, no explanations necessary. Those who don't, no explanation will suffice. That's my favorite quote. And then Drake said it was honestly never Notre Dame until it became Notre Dame. And I asked him about that. That quote in this article you can find at blueandgold.com. And he said, I was thinking SEC or bust. So look, Notre Dame is just one of those places that if it's just, that's just Notre Dame. So nice commitment here for the Fighting Irish. It's a good recruiting win. And obviously a very impressive football player on the field. So that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and head to blueandgold.com for all of your Notre Dame football and recruiting coverage. We'll catch you guys next time.